That's why I was being very, very cautious about what I was saying.
We were just discussing the previous game, which I hope people managed to catch because it was insane. Absolutely insane. Phaedrus kicking Davide off the chair. New challenger. Underdog, definitely. Timbersaw banned straight out by him. I guess the lesson of Davide Timbersaw is learned fairly quickly. And the bristle, so I guess they're trying to shut down offense. Lua, on the other side, on the other hand, seems to be most scared of Meta's Bane, which was fairly good. Like,
10 seconds to go.
No major complaints, but I wouldn't have thought it was going to be the main target.
Seconds.
Well, we all know what we think the next band's going to be. Oh!
It's the Magnus.
Invoker.
Highly, highly affected by the last game. I think that's a mistake, though. I mean, I'm not saying he plays him the same, but what Proton does with Magnus is kind of the same what he does with Invoker, but he's better at it with Invoker. Just mad, almost Blink-like initiations. And that's the second time Phaedrus has picked up CM, the first pick.
Well,
also the second time he's banned Bristle as a second pick, as a second ban. Venomancer was his first ban. So I'm not sure if somebody on that team remembered that Phaedrus just does not like Venomancer.
Both of the teams so far early game supports.
Yeah. Very, very true. But both, I think I would say tier 1 supports.
Both very excellent supports.
10 seconds to go.
No, there isn't much to really talk about here. I'm just surprised that we haven't seen the Invoker ban. Proton saying he wasn't really all that sure about wanting to play as Invoker may have affected this. May have swayed some people into this.
I genuinely do think that was reverse psychology. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, because he was saying, you know, I don't mind if people ban Invoker. He does mind. He spent the last 2 weeks complaining about all the target bans. When he suddenly turns around and goes, oh yeah, I don't care. Ban Invoker if you want. I don't even want to play him. I'm a little bit suspicious.
A little bit.
Yeah. Right.
10 seconds to go.
Nice Dark
The same team was in last. Yeah.
5
Dark
seconds.
It's good for the offlane. It's a good choice when you don't have a Timbersaw and a Bristleback. I think he's more of a tier 2.
Identical supports, isn't it? Coming out there from Phaedrus, CM and Lion. Guys, you've got to ban the PL, you've got to ban the AM. You know what Phaedrus does. It'll be the same game.
Oh no, but it was the Dire who had the Lion last game.
To go.
It was, you're right, it was Lion. You know what I was really surprised never happened last game? Sorry, I shouldn't be talking about this now. The team had the Magnus and the Lion. I was really expecting Lion to get the Agnums and then do the RP Lion ult. I really wanted that to happen, and Lion didn't get it, so I'm sad. Taking a long time on this ban. Come on, Phaedrus.
Yeah, nice.
Who are you voting for here? Who do you just eyeballing it? Almost ignore the heroes and the bans, just looking at the players.
Oh, I think that Phaedrus' team is going to pull it off again. I think he's going to repeat.
And it's going to be a repeat stomp.
Yeah.
Because I'll be interested. In that case, I'm going to put my money on the Dire. Partly because I don't. If Phaedrus wins, him and I are now would then be equal at the top of the tournament, and he would have a chance to earn another point because he would be king. So I don't want him to win because I want to keep my second place. Davide, of course, just 2 miles ahead for him to catch up with. Shadow Shaman ban.
Seconds to go.
I'm assuming that they are seeing the Dire as being push oriented, and that's where the Shadow Shaman ban came out. I think Phaedrus banned him last time as well. But I think
actually Dirteki, one of Dirteki's signature heroes is the Shadow Shaman, which is a target ban there.
But where would they play him? I mean,
with the Venomancer. Shadow Shaman and the Venomancer would try lane because the Darkseer's going to go off lane by himself. He may even go safe lane, but they're going to put Darkseer by himself.
I just can't see I can't see them picking up Shadow Shaman. I think that would make the whole team too kind of squishy and support based. I know Darkseer's got great escape mechanisms, but the Dire already has 2 stuns, and Darkseer's escape mechanisms don't really help against stuns if they can be landed. So I don't know. The anti-mage ban coming out from Phaedrus this time, anticipating heavy carry, I guess, in the tri-lane that Venomancer will be supporting.
Lua, not liking Death Prophet, bans it out.
That would have been a valid pick for them, I think, but if they don't want it, they don't want it.
Yeah, that's right.
And Radiant here not revealing their hand at all. I mean, these 2 supports could be tri-lane, they could be aggressive tri-lane, they could be defensive tri-lane. Crystal Maiden could almost be a Roma. If she's got the jungle farm, and good opportunity to gank. Picking up the Mirana, what do you think of that? Is that a mid hero?
I think that's probably their safe lane carry. Mirana's really, really versatile in that she can be played off lane mid or in the safe lane carry position, but when she starts off at a safe lane position, she needs a lot of last hits. She needs a lot to get herself the damage. It's one of the mistakes some people make is that they think that just because a pro player has her with like 20 kills by the end of the game,
that doesn't make you a carry.
Naturally good at carrying. She definitely needs Manta and Desolator before she gets into the game.
Absolutely. I was just going to say those are the other things she needs. Does she have a particularly high agility gain or something?
It's an okay agility gain. It's not horrible, but it's okay.
I don't understand how she could be considered a carry then. I really don't. I mean, someone who's built for getting kills early game, fine. Someone who can carry if they get a lot of those kills early game, fine. But anyone can carry if they get a lot of kills early game. For carries,
she's a 2-item core. Like, she requires the 2 items. Most cores require 1 big ticket item to become a carry, but she's a 2-item core.
But there's also the kind of the inherent abilities. Pick a carry, they've either got ridiculous stat gain, or they've got some item that scales with their abilities to make them very good at killing lots of people. I guess Mirana's got a lot of nukes.
Yeah. It's
that would be quite a dangerous lane, actually.
It's a 5-second stun. It's a 5-second stun plus Vengeful stun, which I think is 3 seconds.
No, Vengeful's I think is quite a short stun.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, Vengeful's at tops is 1.75.
Oh, 1.75. Alright. I'm not sure why I thought that was longer than that.
Reserve time.
Viper getting picked up there on the Radiant, one of my favorite heroes, and actually they might be tri-laning that. That's a very, very powerful tri-lane, aggressive or defensive. But no, Juggernaut will be going with the Lion and or the Crystal Maiden. Viper mid, I guess that's on Proton. He likes a bit of viping. He likes the vipe windows. Hello, friend. The window viping.
Hello, friend. We vipe.
The window viping is real. Interesting though. Jug, I would say.
Only corrosive skin is strategy.
Reserve time.
Jug, I think, is probably the best heavy carry in the game. When I talk about an ability that scales well late into the game, the more items you get, that's Jug for me. Crit, that's a perfect example.
No. Juggernaut is a mid-game hero. His stat gains are just so bad that his stats start high, but his gains are so low. So he starts really, really good early game, but he doesn't get much better.
Interesting there. I think the Radiant banned Luna, so I think they are expecting either a Mirana or possibly a Venomancer mid. And they think the Dire is still their second main carry.
It was a good Venomancer mid, granted, but it was a pro game, so that was probably a much different story.
Venomancer v Viper. I'd watch that.
5 seconds.
I've seen it. It was fantastic. Won their team the game.
Time.
Night Stalker.
There's a Night
Stalker. There's their strength hero right there.
Do we know who on the dire side plays Night Stalker? Because I'm quite interested in this. I don't see any of. David will be Darkseer. That would be it. Okay, David on Darkseer. Lua on Marana, I want to say, probably. The rest I've got no idea. It'll be Proton on the Viper.
They're Techie on the Venomancer and Scooter on Vengeful, Hefty on the Night Stalker, is my guess.
Alright, yeah, well, I'll trust your judgment there. I reckon we'll probably have
Radiant...
Phaedrus on the Jug. I think he's going to be playing heavy carry for this team. Then we'll have Proton mids.
Radiant really needs a really strong late game hero because they've got Viper as a core and Juggernaut as a core. And Juggernaut might get them to the late game, but Viper can't hold the late game by himself.
Well,
and Lion's a really good support that's gonna... That's what I was thinking right there, Dragonite. That's great. He's a mid hero and he scales well into the end game.
So I wonder if they...
well into the mid game, so it looks like they're going mid.
Interesting. Meta's playing the Juggernaut. That's a surprise, but Meta obviously does crazy things. I'm wondering if he's looking for a solo Juggernaut, skilling up the ward there.
I just want to point out I was way off on the dire.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's Lua on the Night Stalker. Hefty on the
I'd get ready if I were you.
Dave, jeez. So was I. Davide taking the Marana. Scooter taking the. Okay, well, we were wrong. That's fine. He's not heading off lane. He's heading mid. The mid Darkseer is real, running up against a Viper. I don't think he's going to like that, because if the Ion Shell's a creep and the Ion Shell hits Viper, he's going to start taking corrosive skill damage. So Phaedrus needs to quickly understand the situation and get corrosive skin if his build doesn't automatically have it.
See, this I don't like this. Waiting for the rune before the creep spawn, you need to be blocking that creep wave. That needs to be on your high ground.
Well, I do like having someone watching the rune, but the thing is, from mid you can watch the rune from here, and the enemy can't see you because they don't have high ground.
You send a support. You send a support to
cool.
watch this.
Then the support stands there. You don't stand here. There's just no point. It's basically the same place.
Yeah.
Umar running all the way around there. I think he was hoping to maybe spot someone out and stun, and if he'd hung around for a little bit longer, he would have seen Davide. Followed him by the Viper. That would have been a kill.
This could be first blood. No.
Unfortunately, no. Lion's
Umar,
back.
Where are you going?
Lion's
where
back.
Are you going?
He backed right out. He popped that ward down and left. If he'd stuck around, Dire going in as 3 and managing to get the pool camp warded. Radiant here just running standard 2-1-2. CM Juggernaut is a very powerful combo with the slow and the frostbite.
K-Drummer playing a support, not his best situation, but he manages it.
I'm unhappy with K. Night Stalker taking the off lane, along with a Vengeful Spirit and a Venomancer. So I can see that, I guess. I think I guess it's going to be very good at shutting down the heavy carry half the time, because whenever it's nighttime, the heavy carry is going to be very worried about Lua suddenly coming online and coming down to beat the crap out of him.
Lion not spotted out by this runes or by this ward, so they don't know he's here yet.
Radiant also have the wraparound ward, so they know where Hefty is. Hefty coming in, Radiant deciding just back out. So we've got the solo Dragon Knight top, not too much of a surprise, running up against solo Marana and Davide. So that's
not much.
That's two very good heroes, two very good players, and two very good heroes. That'll be an interesting lane.
I feel like Proton is going to be winning this lane now.
Even with the ranged melee.
Yeah, Dragonite, Dragon Blood. He's just going to shrug it off.
And of course, once he gets
Marana's base damage is ridiculously low. So look at this. He's been harassed. Hasn't used any. Oh no, he used a Tango.
Well, he's got his Ring of Health now, so that might not happen again. Well, I mean, but the thing, I'm against Mirana being considered a carry at all, but I'll at least give her that she does have some nuke damage, especially early game. I mean, if Proton starts using his Soul Ring, which he guaranteed will do fairly soon to get some harass on, if David can heal up, get full, jump on Proton when he's just a little bit low, land a good arrow on him, and then Starfall, Proton will be almost dead. You know, armor doesn't help against magic. Proton getting ready for the offlane sideboard here, which I like. Unfortunately, I think, yeah, that camp's been blocked by the Dire Ward. That camp has been blocked by the Dire Ward. He's not going to have any luck there for at least for another 4 minutes or so.
First blood.
Umar getting the first kill on Lifestealer there. Phaedrus' team looking to Nightstalker, looking to keep the victory real.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like any of them are really very low either. They've just been with a stun, presumably another stun, and then Meta doing blades.
It's just been harassing Lua until he was low enough for the kill.
Lua taking a lot of creep that she doesn't need to. Mid's going to be quite interesting. Both heroes quite low. Viper still hasn't got a point in corrosive skin. Whereas Darkseid has got 2 points in orb, so in Iron Shell. So I think that's been his main harass. Get corrosive skin, Phaedrus.
Darkseid is winning.
And another kill down on bot lane. This time the Crystal Maiden getting it. So unfortunately Juggernaut hasn't got either of these kills and is almost dead. If it were Night, here we go. Lua looking to pick something off here. Unfortunately, getting nuked down there. Scooter now also getting nuked down. If there's one more hit coming in, he's dead.
He's done.
Dead there. And Nightstalk having to back off just before the very first nighttime though. It is nighttime. Oh, he's level 2.
Very nice play by K-Drummer right there. Pops the salve now, knowing that he could have used it earlier, but he wanted to bait them out.
Well played. Kudos to bot lane. I mean, they are. This Jug is getting fed, and you don't want that, bro. You don't want that. Jug also going for Soul Ring, so this is going to. I'm going to have to challenge Phaedrus. I think that's going to have to be if he wins this, which is far from certain. Although, you know, unfortunately, it's kind of the same situation for the Dire. I want to keep saying Davidy's team. It's not, of course. I'm just used to Davide being captain. It's Lua's team. The danger for them again is I don't think they've got the late game. I think just looking at the heroes, Radiant very definitely have the late game. So they need to win the early game, and they're not. Very, very sad. Much wow. I don't get the lanes. I don't get the strat. I don't.
The only one winning their lane right now is Dirtaki for the Dire side. Dragonite 17-2.
Do you know Dirtaki? Do you know if he's a? Because you know, I mean, if he can start roaming and throwing balls down into team fights fairly early, that could be, you know, bold and wild.
That doesn't even seem to be the. That might be the plan. He just skilled the Wall Replica at level 6. Surprising. Not a lot of Darkseer players do that.
Phaedrus still without a point in corrosive skin. Dude, I know this build. I do this build. Exact build. But you've got to be flexible. Like
oh my goodness, he missed the illusion rune. Like, did he not see it? What are you doing, Phaedrus?
I don't think he was going up there to.
What's going on?
He wasn't going up there to get.
What are you
he was
doing?
going up there to. He was. Oh dear, he's going to die just to. Oh no, surge yourself. Surge yourself. Something. There we go. Nice kill, just in time to get.
What was that?
I don't know. He wasn't going up there to get the rune. He was going up there to get just to loop around and try for a gank. I want to say overestimating his damage, because you know Viper's thought of as a massive hard hitter, but he does so much extra damage, especially early game when the enemy is low health, and Darkseer there was basically full.
Yeah.
You know, if he'd been doing his max damage that he does when Darkseer is on 20% the whole time.
What are you doing? Stop it. Yeah. That was a waste of his ultimate as well. Like, his ult is on cooldown again.
Also, no boots on him, so an already slow character going incredibly slowly against an incredibly fast one.
Exactly.
I mean, this Viper's great at getting return kills, or at least return harass, and Darkseer has run out of regen.
Vengeful Spirit coming in to take the place. Or is it just a gank? It looks like it. Oh, Phaedrus. Phaedrus. Phaedrus, no.
He's sure he backed
There
up.
you go.
I would have been. I honestly would have been tempted to Viper there to chuck a couple more hits in on the.
Top going much worse for Davide.
I am not looking at last hits and things. So 31 there for Dragon Knight.
Is,
wow.
Almost double.
Highest by a large margin. Mirana there sitting at 16. More denied, but let's have a look at levels or XP per minute rather. Mirana ahead by like 1. Oh, okay, 10 more. But I mean, not much at all. Venge now looking to gank top. I mean, just looking at those graphs now, it's convinced me this is where they want to be ganking. But game sense, I want to call it. Proton's backing off. They don't have wards up, but this is the kind of time when you might be looking for a gank. Venge is missing. I mean, Dire now kind of putting it back to the stage where they're getting their farm. It's maybe going a little bit more even. That was a nice kill on Viper. But is it enough? Proton moving up now.
No wards, bro.
No wards, bro. Not smart. You're gonna get stunned.
Nay.
And when you try and run away, you're gonna get switched back.
You're gonna get stunned? Nope.
Oh, now what they could have done there would have been some kind of very nice Proton there, popping. Oh, looking for food.
Oh,
The Mirana ult is real. Uses it to back off.
Oh, backs away. Yeah, there's
much surprise. There were various ways they could have landed a beautiful arrow there. They could have popped the invis early and got into position for it. What I would have been really impressed with is if Venge had stood in the path of the arrow and swapped Dragon Knight into it. That would have been.
Vengeful's only level 4.
That'll do it, I suppose. Proton here looking for a hill, but gets hit by a beautiful arrow. The Curry is there. Venge chucks in wave. Proton getting massively harassed, but 47. Oh, right. I was going to say 47 getting a kill there on the Venge as well, being a little bit too aggressive. David, I think, probably saying, why on earth didn't you get back? I mean, 7.7 health regeneration without the salve.
Missing bottom.
Yeah, he was just baiting that in. He was very well executed.
Last hits denied. So Night Stalker just overtook Juggernaut in terms of farm on the bot lane. Darkseer miles ahead of Viper. Let's have a look at items. I haven't had a look at that for a little while. Viper getting Bazzy. I don't understand the Bazzy choice. I really, honestly don't. Especially not with a wand. That I think is a major mistake. Viper doesn't have too many mana issues. But regardless, you build your Wraith Band first if you're planning to build Basilius, and then you turn it into a you don't go Basilius first. But props for having it turned off, please. You don't, you don't want that in the lane. Meta looks like he's
Proton absolutely dominating top. That's all
that's
I
still
need
happening.
to say about that. We can go back to bottom now. Yeah, that's still happening.
Meta getting some. Well, you dominate top too much, and David can just farm safely there behind the tower. But yeah, definitely going in his favour. Juggernaut getting nice farm. Levels not so much, but he's got his phase boots up, so Blades will be that much more.
He's got his ult, so he's
more dangerous. Yeah, I mean, Night Stalker is fairly tanky.
Ranged creep dead. They're prime targets for his ultimate. If he just wants to jump on them, because it won't go on that. It won't go on the catapult.
It won't go on I think that would have been a bit tidy. But yeah, I mean, generally they're definitely targets now. Venge wants to move up here for another gank on top. They've got good vision of the Dragon Knight and looking to try and loop around. Are they counting on his ult being down? Because it's not. It's a very short cooldown there.
Definitely not.
Venge.
They're thinking about getting him all under the
What level is Venge? I mean, the thing is, Venge can't be too much help here. I mean, not very much right-click damage. Doesn't have aura to help the Mirana out. Has a stun and a wave. Bit of armor reduction, great. Oh, big die gank being set up here on bottom with Venomance and Lua coming in dusted. Darkseer.
They're going for mid.
They're going for mid. There we go. In with the Plague Gust. Lua, I guess, coming in there to actually do most of the right-click damage. The TP gets cancelled there by Dragon Knight. I think that was probably a stun. They're also going on him top. Scooter almost. Can he throw the stun out? Yes, he can. Is there another arrow to back that up? Oh, there isn't. The armor on this Dragon Knight just too powerful. But Wave of Terror finishing it off. Very rare to get a Wave of Terror finish. The gank mid, I assume, worked as well. Viper is down, and that looks to be going very well when the Dragon Knight TP was cancelled, which I assume.
Watching mid, which is why I was watching top.
Well, the TP was cancelled by the arrow, right?
No, by Vengeful Stun.
Meta now chasing Lure beyond the creeps. That would have been, I think, a good point for the ultimate. With Nightstalker there running back. Wants to back up the creeps as well. Hefty here looks like he's looking for a gank, but you can't gank 3 with 2. It doesn't work. Darkseer here beginning to roam. Hasn't, I think, gone for a single rune or anything. The whole game has just been looking to gank. Moving now up onto yellow and orange. It kind of depends on whether Lion is going to head back to lane or TP out. He's coming in. Gets a stun up on the Darkseer, who does manage to get the wall down. Meta manages to pop his ult, and then blades through. He's chasing, but he's chasing very, very far. Okay, he's backing out now. Venge is there. If Venge had a switch, maybe something could have happened. Probably she does. I think there could have been a Lion switch at least there. But yeah, 5-4 now. Dire, I'm impressed. There have been some good picks, but good plays. They're now ahead on experience, not by very much, but they've pulled that back. Still behind on gold. I think mainly because Proton has just been getting such wonderful farm up top. I mean,
Rana got the deny on that top tower as well.
That's big. That's big in terms of, you know, gold for the whole team. Difference it makes to one hero, multiply that by 5. Yeah, denies are awesome. Meta being quite aggressive here with no mana, no health. But Dire have left bottom lane, so he can afford to be. And they'll have his healing ward up in a sec if he wants to, but probably unnecessary. He's got perseverance.
Pointed out that they have in fact warded that area as well.
Ping the area, bro. Ping the area.
Pring it. Pringles.
Pringles.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
It's true. Sad, but it's true. We're seeing the Viper Venge. Viper wants to go right under the tower like an absolute madman. Venge is there as well. No stun. Venge! Venge!
Gonna stop that. Not enough. Venge! Not enough to stop it though.
Venomancer gets a kill. I honestly think Venge would have been a better option there. Stun now? Wait, that's not Venge. That's Darkseer. Stop shouting at Venge, Crumble. Venge coming in now. Gets the stun. Gets the armor reduction. Switched out. Now we start seeing proper nukes coming down, and there we go. Dragon Knight's dead as well. That's very, very sad.
Ion Shell. Yeah.
Was it killed by Ion Shell? So Juggernaut, however, is concentrating on pushing bot. He might, or potentially could take a tier 2 for a tier 1 here, because Dire seems to be pretty committed to this mid.
But you probably already knew that.
I'm not sure that's worth it for them.
Here we go.
Here we go. Dire coming down to force it off. They know that they can afford
His
it.
ultimate's up, but it's out of cooldown.
Assault?
They do get mid tower.
Assault's been popped? I must have misheard you. See, but this is what I mean. So you've got.
Yes, you did.
I said. You've got Venge and you've got Darkseer. They're your lane supports. Sorry, you've got Venge and you've got Venge and you've got Veno. They're your lane supports, and Darkseer is one with the mech. That's what I mean by maybe a little too much support on the Dire, especially with the way Darkseer is playing. I mean, I don't know how you build a semi-carry Darkseer. That's not in my repertoire. But this is support Darkseer. Are they going semi-carry Venge? Nope. Earn and wards. Where are the items on the Dire? Like, where are the items? There aren't any. Lewis got Ogre Club, props. David, he's got phase boots and quiver. They're a long way off decent items, unfortunately for them. Radiant grouping up for top rune. Yeah. Lion gonna get wards up. Looking to deward there, but nothing to deward. Radiant, Dire have no vision on the top rune.
Dire's got that invisible right here.
We've got 4 against 3 in favor of Dire mid with 0 creeps under the tower. Phaedrus being very aggressive.
Need to get out of there. Phaedrus.
Nightstalker, of course, very fast. Tier 1 already down. There's Phaedrus. Bang with the stun as well. Oh, and the Mirana arrow coming in from afar. Beautiful, beautiful work. Lion there, getting a stun in, not going to be enough to help. Veno popping his ult. No conceivable reason. Perhaps he thought there were people hiding in the trees. but I don't know about that. Interesting, good ancient stack in there going on though from Proton.
Yeah, as he's just
Screw team, he's got his own plans. Now popped his Shadow Amulet.
Dyer's bottom tower
Just
is being
chilling.
attacked.
Chilling like
Radiant's
a
top
mouse.
tower is being attacked.
Dyer moving in force
Radiant
down to bot lane,
structures
looking to
have
gank
been
out the
fortified.
Juggernaut, but immediately TP top. Are they going to convert this into a push? Unfortunately, one of them. Well, they are, according to that thing. But
that was a defensive ping.
Yeah, Meta thinks they're going to push, and yep, looks like they are. Radiant in position to take the Dire mid in exchange.
Proton skyrocketing his net worth, finishing off those ancients
Oh,
fairly quickly.
Dat arrow. Finishing him off very quickly, very gankable right now, but no Dire vision. Massive TPs in from the Radiant here to defend their bot tier 1, which is on full health, so you can understand it. But they are still outnumbered. They are still outnumbered by 1. Lion, though, initiating, throws in the stun. Unfortunately, Darkseer immediately pops a wall. The Radiant have no retreat. Crystal Maiden pops her ult. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. That was a very bad idea by them. Phaedrus still hanging around. Broham, get out! Dragon Knight TPing in. This is where they could get killed.
Any of this.
There we go. I want to say it's good. I mean, this is how he died last time, though. That's my only concern. He died last time by coming and trying to help his team when the tower was being pushed, and most of them were already dead, and he ended up losing his life. Nightstalker here, just running around trying to get him. Nice stun by Proton right under the tower. Can Nightstalker get away?
Might die for it.
He can. Oh, yes, Nightstalker's alright, and Scooter there came down and finished off Dragon Knight. Very good play there from Proton. Unfortunately, not quite enough. He's doing wonderful rotations. Wonderful in the sense that he's doing them and he's enthusiastic and they're getting done. Not so good in the fact that he's a little bit late a lot of the time, and he ends up dying himself. If we have a look at the XP graph now, massively in favor of Dire.
Top tower has been denied.
Gold actually still in favor of Radiant, I guess because that Dragon Knight has been had pretty safe farm. But it's been level now for about 5 minutes. Totally level. So they haven't been gaining any advantage in gold, but they've maintained their advantage in gold.
It's actually the Juggernaut who has the highest net worth in the game at the moment. Juggernaut at 7,000, Dragon Knight almost 6,000.
He's actually topped on last hits now as well. He's 101 for 1 last hits tonight. So yeah. Totally right, he's 1,000 ahead on net worth. Radiant calling for defense mid.
Once the Juggernaut and the Dragon Knight are in the same spot at the same time, that's when things are going to start looking up for the Radiant.
Here's Juggernaut, here's Dragon Knight, and Viper as well, which would probably be a good choice before. Dire, I guess, smoking up, looking to... What's it going to be, guys? What's it going to be? Who are you going to get? How are you going to act?
Directly under this ward, if any of these guys pick this, they'll be caught out.
Yeah, and they're jumping.
Phaedrus.
Regardless, they're jumping in 4 and 5. Lua there now. Dire need to get out of here.
Yeah, they don't need to initiate here. They don't need to engage. They just
need to get
out.
back. You're 5v4, guys. You don't have Mirana, and she was the one elected to be heavy carry. Lua just getting melted. The Darkseer ult comes down with a good vacuum. That will help them out. And the Venomancer ult, so we might see some deaths even after the team fight is over. Meta, though, running out and looking for a good place to pop his ult. Getting caught out by Mirana, who's now there. Pops his ult. Almost a defensive one, though. Phaedrus coming in too far, proccing aggression from the enemy heroes as well as making illusions. Crystal Maiden.
Unfortunately, I think Proton's far too low to be yelling help here.
Proton dies. Crystal Maiden dies. Wow. Well, I mean, the Mirana came in the middle of that fight, so they didn't outnumber it the entire time. Wow, well, you can hex him, but he's still got Iron Shell on. Meta looking for kills, manages to pick off the Vengeful Spirit. Good job on that, but it's too little too late. If that creep wave hadn't been there when he popped his ult, he would have been able to kill 2 or 3 heroes, no problem. Was it there? Wow, now gets caught out by a perfect Mirana arrow. Mirana wants to go in, but...
Eating the arrow.
So low. So let's have a look at that gold graph now. Wow, gold graph. Gold graph is still even. Very, very hard apparently to make an impact what that Dragon Knight's been doing.
Experience way down.
1 sec lag, just like last game. Just like last game. Tut, Proton, tut. Want to talk about items?
I feel like Radiant has a much stronger draft, but there's just some lack of execution in some areas here.
There really is. That was a fight I think they could have taken, particularly when they initiated so well and basically killed Nightstalker. I'm not entirely sure how he didn't die. Or did he die? Did he die?
He didn't.
He didn't. Lots of power treads out on the Radiant team. Good item. Proton getting a Shadow Blade, so he's going to be a
Radiant's top tower is under
initiate-y,
attack.
start off with the stun, flame breath, and start with the enemy on half health. Kind of down. Lua just looking at this,
Metamorphosis. Yeah.
looking at Meta, acting hungry,
He's
drooling a little bit,
he's
running in now rather than letting Meta run past with the waves. Very
not
strange
up
choice
for-
here.
Yeah. He has a Heaven's Halberd, so he can just disable him and eat him. But
I was going to say,
not
I
like
think that's
that. Just walks right away.
that's the pickup that stands out the most to me. Definitely the Heaven's Halberd, excellent choice. Totally disarms Jug or Dragon Knight.
Allies disappear.
Radiant push mid. Looks like Dire a little bit out of position, but they're all converging. They'll be there in time.
Radiant's bottom
And actually,
tower is being
they're all
attacked.
coming in. Radiant have only got really minimal commitment to this push, and now Dire have gone up and hoping to turn around and get a kill here.
Radiant's bottom tower
and
is
just-
under
You are
siege.
just
I mean, I think
dead.
that took about 2 seconds from start to finish. Dire have an advantage.
Come on,
Lua
Crossback,
knows
come on.
he's awesome, comes in unfortunately,
Oh my
is
goodness,
totally
Lua
solo
just
and bites
get
a Juggernaut ult. Can't quite get away even with the mech being popped.
Mistakes
Viper
were made.
now having a good chance on who might die to DOT. Oh no, he's safe. He's safe.
This is where they need to turn and take this tier 1.
They really do. Nightstalker, I think.
Night Stalker being dead for another
Assuming-
20 seconds.
Yeah, I think he
This
was
is
assuming
the
that
time.
Ion Shell would make him nigh on invincible. at night.
Invincible?
But yeah, I mean he
My
did a
name
fair
is
bit of
Boris,
damage, but
and
not
I'm
enough.
Invincible.
And the worst guy to run into when you're doing a giant dive beyond your creep wave is Juggernaut, I think.
I concur.
He almost got away though, almost. Let me think. What would work? If he'd been surged maybe by the Darkseer, he might have got away.
Probably not. But this force
Well-
staff definitely could have saved him.
What killed him was
Picked up by
the
the
blade
knife.
spin, not the ult. He just needed to get
Mhm.
distance on Juggernaut and he would have survived.
Yeah, but who was there with him? Viper was there with him with the slow?
Viper had procced all the slows on Darkseer when Darkseer ran away, and it still looked like a full speed surge. I don't look. Yeah, it's a burst brief of maximum movement speed, so slow debuffs won't have any effect because the definition of the spell is you will go to maximum movement speed. I've had that happen before.
Okay.
It's really annoying when that happens. I think
Proton
Stampede
is
might be different.
Yeah, Proton is just scamming this here. He's gonna bait for it. He knows that he wants Metamorphosis here for this kill. They can take him together, the two of them.
Well, I
They're
mean, Meta
waiting.
basically finished him by himself last time. Okay, fine.
Radiant's
5
top
help.
tower
I'll
is
give
under
him that.
siege.
5 help.
But he's gonna get stunned first.
Interesting. Look at Meta's stash. He's definitely paying attention to the fact that the Dire team is fairly squishy, as I've been saying the whole time. No real tank.
Mm-hmm.
A Night Stalker, yeah, cool, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, going for Ags for the extra damage and extra jumps and ult. Also, am I right in thinking that the Ags cooldown for Jug's ult is constantly at 70, something like that, or is that someone else? So picking it up early.
Scepter cooldown 70, yeah.
Scepter cooldown 70, yeah. So you know, it's great late game, but if you manage to pick it up before you hit level 16, you're actually getting even more utility out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Getting some
In fact, once he picks us up,
pings coming out from the Dire team here.
we go here. We go here. Tell Venomancer when he comes back that we're going here. Yeah, it's that strategy again of having
Night
the tower.
Stalker. Does he know? Does he know?
He does not know. There's the stun.
Get
Meta coming in here, doing the spin. Lua's going to try and run. Meta needs to get out of that spin so that he can pop his ult.
And he's
There it is. He's got it. Just had the range in time. That spin almost cost him, I think. But yeah, had it in time.
Yeah. Well, it was at night, so that was when Lua was strongest. So
Yeah. Absolutely. I think he thought he was fairly safe there. He barely crossed the river. Dire here, getting a ward up on the Ancients.
Dyer's bottom tower
Noticing
is
the
under
stack,
siege.
I want to say. Realizing that might be a gank point.
mhm.
Radiant, unfortunately,
Definitely.
not having a ward up there. I mean, I think if you're going to be stacking and doing such things, I think a ward there is great.
Radiant's top tower is being
Because apart from
attacked.
anything else, as soon as the other team...
They generally
Oh,
have been.
we've got a DC.
Oh, Venomance is gone again.
Come on, guys. Shouldn't be pointing this shit out to you.
You don't need your casters to point this out? Come on.
Immediate.
Why are they...
Vengeful Spirit immediately pausing it. You can't
Unpause.
repause it when it says someone's reconnected because they're still on the load in screen. FT sitting back here at
Yeah.
base, his team don't care.
It's as if they had been planning a gank or something, but they're nowhere near them.
Yeah, it's like, come on, we can't pause now because somehow the game will change and they'll be in a better position after the pause. And, oh god, just can't wait for our own damn team. There's Proton, and he's been spotted out by that ward. Venomancer wants to come
But
in.
he's just too
Please don't
fast.
do it. No! You gave the game away. He's just gonna run.
He's like, I could take that last one. I could take it.
But yeah, he knows. That was a really, really silly ward. I mean, maybe chuck it up there if you don't already have vision, just to see, but they did have vision. They've dusted now next to an observer ward. No, it's not dust, it's a Marana ult, so the ward can spot them out. It's now worn off,
Dyer's bottom tower
so
is
full
under
retreat.
attack. It's probably
Davide
nothing to worry
coming
about.
up against Meta, landing the
Dyer's
most
bottom tower has been
redonkulous
destroyed.
arrow I've ever seen. Lua coming in perfectly for the last hit save, because if he hadn't died while still stunned, he would have been jumping on Marana like, well,
That looks like that's gonna be
actually jumping on someone really, probably the closest analogy I can think of. Darkseer getting some really tricksy walls off here, but the entire enemy team is coming in right after where he's choosing to initiate. Phaedrus almost dying.
This was your time. This was your time. This was your time. Why,
Who are you shouting at? Venge.
Phaedrus?
What,
This
the
was
kid?
Phaedrus' time to get the kill.
On the
but
Venge. I don't know, Venge has a stun, I think. He
on the
probably would've killed-
Darkseer. On the Darkseer.
Oh no, well he couldn't have run back through there, Venge was too close.
He was on the other side. Oh no, wait, that was. You know what?
Well, Venge was like here.
I saw.
Can you see my
Vengeful,
pings?
And I thought that it was Darkseer. Yes, of course I can see your pings. Your pings are over here.
I didn't ping when I told you to ping. Jeez. Yeah, Venge was like around here, Viper was here, running away from Darkseer here. If he'd gone back in, I think Venge could have come in, but you like all
No,
those?
I
Ding,
thought
ding, ding,
that.
ding.
I thought that was Darkseer over there. That was Vengeful. I was
Okay.
like, Darkseer can't stun things. He's
Dyer's middle
Darkseer.
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under siege.
Hater does have Ags, and they don't have a creep wave.
Dyer's middle tower
Doing
is
massive
under
damage.
attack.
Now, unfortunately, the mech, because it was so spread out around so many heroes,
Radiant's
unfortunately, the
bottom
mech
tower has
basically
Dyer's middle
healing
tower
everybody
has
straight back
fallen.
up. So I'm not convinced about the worth of that. They get the tower, they're going to pull back because they know the entire Dire team is there. I think that was a tower for an ult. So I don't think the ult really did anything. But
Well, the ult was effective, but it doesn't
Proton,
really matter when the regen's just.
Proton again going for the Ancients, I think, on the basis that he thought that the ward that Venomancer threw up there was how they got vision on him. Nope, they are just backing out. They know. They know. Marana ult again, but the sentry ward has gone down. So Phaedrus, I think, is one dead little Viper. Get the vacuum off, please. You're under the tower. It's not
No,
doing anything.
Proton.
This is not the place to be fighting. Proton in real trouble, but
Right under. Ooh.
Meta there. Oh, guys. guys, why you do this? That was not the initiation they wanted. They had so much opportunity to just vacuum that Viper back down the lane. Davide almost finishing off Umar, wants the kill, gets it, and Viper could very easily have come down there for the kill.
He doesn't know where Marana went.
They do not know. They do not know. But that is a 4-2 near team wipe from Radiant. Oh my gosh. Marana needs to get back.
Oh my goodness, and top lane pushing in by itself.
Yeah, I just had a quick look at the thing.
Hater, you're just gonna get hit by an arrow if you stand there.
Nope, moves back. Has ult.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
would have been
wow.
That would have been one dead Marana.
Right, the Radiant Catapult is now on the tower. So yeah, tier 3s on Dire now officially beginning to go down. Which is not what they want. Phaedrus getting the DOT on Davide, which may be enough to kill him if he doesn't run straight back to the there it is. Meta then jumping in and getting up an absolutely amazing ult. Unfortunately, one more hit on Noah would have been enough, but ended up jumping to the rest of his team. Now doing a Blade Spin Magic Immunity TP out. Well played. Phaedrus and CM. This is the time for Dire to go and try and get a kill if they want. But no. Which I think is probably wise. Radiant possibly having an opportunity to do Roche.
It looks
thinking
like that's what
about
Proton wants to do.
Wants it, needs it. But there ain't no way they're ever going to have it. Oh no, he's looking to circle around invisible for a gank. Possibly able to find someone at the secret shop. Unfortunately, not going to have any joy with that. Dire in serious need of some more wards. They are doing Roche. There goes the sentry ward. So yep, they know that Dire have no vision of Roche.
And yet,
I'm not sure why this is a point where Proton moved away. And it looks like the rest of his team are heading to bot for a push.
Yeah, that could be it.
That last team fight, and in fact the last kind of almost 10 minutes of gameplay, been Radiant steadily pulling back into the game, and now ahead on experience by 2,500 points, and ahead on gold by 7,500.
Right through the enemies there. But he doesn't care. He just stand on the high ground. Wait for Darkseer to come to him.
Big push being called by Marana. Marana, of course, being played by Davide. Oh, sorry, not push, defense, I assume. Incorrect, though. Radiant are happy to let the Dire fiddle around, worrying about defending, while at the same time just getting the farm. Proton desperate to get this Ancient down, so that he can get another spawn up in 10 seconds, and will be successful in that. I don't think Radiant...
Ward's gone from an Ancient stack, too.
I think Radiant have a better drop.
I
think we've been saying that the whole time, but you know, Dire do have great potential.
Night Stalker really thinks that Proton is still up on there, but instead they're gonna go for Roche. No, they're checking Roche. They don't know where Radiant is.
They are dusted this time. There's Marana. Okay, so were they revealed or not? I don't know.
No, they weren't revealed at all. Maybe they thought they were?
Well, they did Marana ult underneath the wards while dusted.
Yeah.
Wards would reveal Marana ult, but not dust.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
But dust is deactivated, at least by Marana. Okay, so counter dust gank from Radiant. Meta desperate to get in range to pop off his ult, because this would be a perfect opportunity for it. Especially with the rest of the especially with the rest of the Dire heroes coming in, that just gives him more opportunity for kills. Now the Viper gets his whole combo off. Absolutely amazing kill here. Now
this looks like a dead Night Stalker there too. And this could be tier 3. Oh, there's no creeps. There's no creeps. Where are your creeps?
Oh, there's one creep. One creep. One creep for the win. Marana here, and I mean this isn't really the stage of the game where heroes typically worry about saving the buyback. They're just backdooring it. And the tower goes down. They've now got the creeps to fight. They've got DK's AoE just takes care of them immediately. Marana's popping arrows in, but this will be racked.
Dire has fortified its
There's the glyph.
structures.
We're going to have Vengeful and Venomancer coming in now, but I don't think Radiant are going to leave until at least one barracks is down. Now moving on to a second one, they do have to watch out for Vengeful getting a swap on someone.
Dire's middle barracks
Or
is
perhaps they
falling.
don't. David are getting a little bit too close, getting stunned out. Just absolutely. I'm wondering if it will be, you know. Radiant happy to back out with one Rax, and I think that is wise.
I think they're gonna go for the Roche.
Yeah, they're going to go down to Roche.
Go for
Oh,
final push.
and all the observers down with all the observers down. They still have sentries up, so they would be able to watch out any Radiant vision. Viper doing the right thing on Roche, just for any Viper players out there, which is the occasional Q, but mainly just right clicking. In fact, that's what you should do all the time. Because Q has a 2-second duration, so there's no need to cast it more than once every 2 seconds. Davide and Lua here looking for the Crystal Maiden pickoff. Probably going to get it, but Phaedrus is rushing in to try and help. Lua
Frostbite.
Frostbite on the Lua. Phaedrus does have ult, doesn't start off with it, I guess because he wanted to use the Shadow Blade, but he really needed that. The major slow on a very, very fast Lua.
They did stop him from teleporting out though, which I thought was going to be a bigger deal, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a very good Frostbite. Lua keeping the mid wave pushed. I mean, as long as they can keep the mid wave pushed, I think Dire are still in this. It's just a question of, yeah, they gotta make plays. They gotta really get ahead. Maybe get some key items. Lua needs to make sure he's always getting the Heaven's Halberd off on. I would probably say Proton. I would, you know, Orchid on someone maybe just to shut down that Jug, because that ult is killing them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, Proton or Juggernaut, both are really, really good targets. Juggernaut much higher than the net worth though, but he kind of tapers off a bit earlier than the Dragonite does.
Well, I mean, as we were saying before the game, any hero carries with enough feed, and he's got Deso, Ags, Battle Fury. He's got a Hyperstone now. I'm wondering what he'll be building into.
Oh,
looking
are they
for
gonna
Lua.
find this Venomancer and Marana?
Shadows.
Bro, they find it.
They find it. No dust though. Dire look like they want to take a bit of revenge here. Meta popping his ult. Lua desperately running back, trying to get into his team so that he won't take all of the hits. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Proton now there. Meta just getting straight into his spin. Picking off exactly where he needs to be. Proton's in there, too tanky to take down. He can just gradually chase. Here comes a stun. It hits a creep, I think, though. Meta looking to get some pickoffs. Lua looking to finish off Proton. Wow, this is constant back and forth. Proton's coming back in invisible. Couple of hits means 2 kills.
Got the stun
3
down,
kills.
Nice stalker, and there you go. There's the GG call. But
GG call
let's see if
from
they
Lua.
actually give up.
I think they will. Yep.
And they do.
Well, wow.
Well,
I mean,
that was quite an exciting game.
it was. Nothing on the last one, but that was a very exciting game. I mean, from the draft, I think Dire maybe had a clever plan. I mean, Darkseer mid, Nightstalker in there, it didn't hang together, and then they needed a carry. I mean, if they'd had a harder carry mid, I mean, the Darkseer did a great job, 8-5, but you know. It's that big but. When Dragonite started coming online, that was game over. They just couldn't kill him. Let alone Jug there. 7, 1, and 9. I think Meta deserves a special shout out for that. He did very well. Highest XP per minute in the game, highest level.
Much better than his Dazzle play.
Much better than his Dazzle. I know you guys have Dazzle issues. But yeah, I'm MVP for Radiant in that match. I'm happy to give him that. And yeah, I'll end the stream there. Looks like there might be another one coming on.
All right,
So yeah,
night,
stick around. Anybody watching,